We have a quick word, very quickly.
Very briefly.
Are you worried about any sort of legal consequences after this leak for yourself at all?
Look, the millions of people who suffered during the pandemic are not interested in me, they're not interested in Metta Hänkock's reputation, they're interested in what really happened, what were the politicians saying and doing that they weren't telling us, and that was my focus. I'm not worried about anything else. Thank you.
What do you say to the suggestion this is a...
We shouldn't forget is how little we understood about this disease. There was a moment when we were very unclear about whether domestic pets or not could transmit the disease. In fact, there was an idea at one moment that we may have to ask the public to exterminate all the cats in Britain. Can you imagine what would have happened if we had wanted to do that? And yet there was, for a moment, a little bit of evidence about that. So that had to be investigated and closed down.
Pharmacist. Excellent at his job, because he's a civil servant. We have performance indicators, and we keep tally of the mice he catches, and it's going up year by year. And that's just the ones we know about. Palmerston, I think, is the most popular employee we have, both with diplomats and with visitors. And okay, it's at least 20 per year, and that's just the ones we know about. Palmerston, I think, is the most popular employee we have, both with diplomats and with visitors. And occasionally he will agree to sit on my lap, and I think he's a calming presence in my official life.
Look, you heard what Lord Bethell said about you in that interview there. You've been anti-lockdown, you've got an axe to grind, you've slurred a whole load of hard-working civil servants, you're just picking up on snippets. What's your response to him?
Well, look, this is pretty desperate stuff from Lord Bethell. An axe to grind. I've always been incredibly clear where I stand on lockdown and more broadly in the response to the pandemic. I've never made any secret about...
We have a quick word, very quickly.
Very briefly.
Are you worried about any sort of legal consequences after this leak for yourself at all?
Look, the millions of people who suffered during the pandemic are not interested in me, they're not interested in Metta Hänkock's reputation, they're interested in what really happened, what were the politicians saying and doing that they weren't telling us, and that was my focus. I'm not worried about anything else. Thank you.
What do you say to the suggestion this is a...
This is associated with the Wuhan variant, and then there's a large spike here associated with the Alpha variant. But of course these end-of-life drugs were being prescribed from early April in 2020 all the way through into late 2022. So I'm actually going to leave that there as a fairly short video. I will be putting more details up. But it's actually quite disturbing to think that potentially a lot of people that could have survived didn't survive as a result of the medical interventions that they received. Thank you for watching.
Me. The headline is, can we lock up pub hooligan? Nigel Farage asks Hancock's team. Team wanted to take action against Brexiteer when he tweeted video of himself in a Kent pub after travelling to attend a US Trump rally. All right, okay, here we go. I'm going to fess up. Bad laws make people lawbreakers. So there we are. I've fully confessed. If you think the worst of me for it, I'm sorry, but I just don't like tyrannical government. I don't like little pipsqueaks like Metta Hancock telling me how I should live my life.